Ford Flathead V8. It's out of old F1 pickup. And I got it mostly completely dismantled. About the only thing left in it is this oil pump gear and cam bearings. And this long tube up here, I don't know if that comes out. I'm probably not going to try to take it out. Flathead V8, notorious for cracks and whatnot. No visible cracks from the valves to the cylinders. I can't much tell if it's been sleeved or bored or anything. Whoever took it apart, you know, he marked the pistons, but that's it. You know, none of the lifters, none of the valves. So, you know, that all, this stuff. We got some old epoxy right here in the lifter valley. I'm hoping that's nothing detrimental. That's my biggest concern. If it turns out to be a good viable block, and, oh, also, yeah, there's none of the freeze cracking around where the pan bolts on, so that made me pretty happy. Thrust bearings are just gone. You can see cam bearings are still in there. There's some scoring on the cam and nothing huge, so I figure if I can make a tool on the lathe to get these cam bearings out non-destructively, I'll stick those back in the same places. Got to make a puller to get this gear off. I got to get the cam bearings out, and then it'll go over to the machine shop to get acid dipped and cooked and shot peened and whatever before they magnaflux it. See just where all the cracks are. Found a bolt. Just happened to find a piece of junk that yeah, goes to the rear of the engine, and it's kind of long, but for you can at least see it maybe kind of moving. Can't tell what's going, if the plate's flexing or the gear's moving, or am I just stripping the threads out of the, what you call it? Oh no, she is moving. She's moving. Yeah, it's moving all right. Now the whole damn thing's just spinning. Let's we'll see. Oh yeah, no problem. There's our gear. There's our gear. Beauty. And then we'll have a got a bushing in there, but that shouldn't be too much of a trick to get out. And we got cam bearings, 1, 2, 3, and you know, then she's stripped. I'm pretty sure there's a bushing in there. You know, I don't know. Pretty sure there's a bushing in there. It looks it. I can see just a little tiny lip right there. I don't know how the heck you'd get the sucker out, because you're not. There's just no room. Like right there is my bushing. I don't know, can you see if I You see my finger? Right there. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could just about drive it into the block and get it out. I don't know, but I'd hate to get it most of the way through and then I can't get it any further. Looks like a little work down in here. This has, somebody drilled some holes through there. I think that's to, oh, what the heck? I don't remember. I think so. I've been watching videos and crap, and I believe somebody does that to lock the lifters in place. Let's see. Got some kind of weird pin looking thing sticking up into there. I don't get what's up with that. I don't know. And I don't know if this is been ported and this and that and the other thing. It has not been relieved from the valves to the cylinder. I don't think it's been sleeved. Don't know. You know, don't know. Whole lot of don't know. This is completely my father's fault. He put a bug in my ear years ago about how a Flathead Ford sounded. And not but a couple years after we moved out here, he bought one. I think it was a Mercury Flathead, but whatever. And when we took the pan off the engine, it was just garbage because it was all freeze cracked, all just terribly, terrible cracked all along. And I guess he didn't, I don't think he paid much for the engine. And somebody actually bought the internals and the transmission that came with it. So, you know, at least he kind of cut his losses. And, you know, that was the end of that for a while. But I know he was bummed because he never, you know, well, he never stopped talking about the sound of an idling Flathead Ford. Nothing like it, nothing like it. I've heard videos of them. And I don't know what the hell got up my bonnet. But I just all of a sudden decided I needed one, you know, and I'm looking around. I always look Facebook Marketplace and crap. And this thing came up. $250. You can go ahead and say I paid too much, whatever. I don't care. I paid what I thought it was worth. I thought it was worth $250. And I got it delivered to me for, you know, very cheap. I got to do a little labor for the guy. It came out of Jersey, and you know, that's like 5 hours away from me. So, you know, the guy that brought it to me actually lived, oh, say, not too far away from the guy that had the engine. So he stopped by on his way up here, because he comes up here about every month. And he said, no, don't worry about money. I'll get you for labor. Computer guy did me well. Did me very well. Instead of fixing my old computer, he had a gaming rig where it had air filters and crap on it. And they clogged. It got overheated and it just cooked. So I don't know. But there's all like there's a new motherboard, there's a brand new 1 terabyte hard drive, 8-core, 3-point-something gigahertz processor, 16 gigs of RAM. You know, for me, it's a pretty friggin' saucy machine. And it would have been the same cost To fix my old one would have been, I don't know, 250, something like that. 270 maybe, with a clean install of Windows 7, because that's what I'm used to. For this machine that he had, ready to go, he wanted me on Windows 10 for some reason. It's all right, fine. But that was $200, you know, and I came out with a better machine in the end. Yeah, here we go. We got parts, got an oil pan, got a crank, got one engine mount. We got a pressure plate, but it don't seem to be the right one. If this is the right pressure plate for this flywheel, then I'm really missing something. I mean, there's the bolts for the pressure plate where they go through, and that's light again. That's where your pressure plate bolts on. And there's a couple of these missing. There's 4 or 6 valve keepers missing. Missing the big, I don't know if it would have been a plastic timing gear or an aluminum one, but the big freaking gear that goes in front of the engine for timing, that's missing. Carburetor's missing. The distributor has an ear snapped off for where the vacuum advance mounts up. You know, the cap's gone, the rotor's gone, wires are gone, of course. You know, so it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass, and I'm sure as I get into stuff, I'm going to find more. You know, I'll find more. But if this block's any good, I will know this engine very well. If you can see, I don't know. I don't think this cam looks freaking horrible. And it's got some nicks in it, because I guess it sat around disassembled for a while. I don't know if you can. That's like light scoring there. I don't know, you know, but I don't think I'm scared of it. I don't know if they Magnaflux cams. I don't know if they Magnaflux cranks. One thing that did kind of bother me on this crank, I think, yeah, you know, this crank's gonna need cleaned up well. It was on one of the, yeah, here it is. I don't know if this is just a casting imperfection or did a big freaking chunk fly off of this thing, whatever. But you know, it looks old to me. You know, I guess their casting was not what it is today. Like, you know, it was good enough. It worked. It wasn't perfect and cosmetic and all that good nonsense. It just, you know, it worked. You know, I know I'll run pipe cleaners and whatnot through all these galleys going through the crankshaft and blow them out with air, and then blow them out with some, I don't know, and this and that and other thing, and everything clean, absolute friggin' cleanliness. I made a tool. It's nothing, whatever. But I got the mid, and the rear bearing is freaking somewhere. Probably squashed it underneath the block. Whatever. I tried it twice. It worked. I wanted to show once. Just kind of knocking them out. I guess they sell a freaking rig for doing this. I'm not going to buy a rig for doing this when I got a goddamn engine lathe. This is just a piece out of an air compressor tank. I turned it down. we go. She's out. Standard. So, I guess this has never been bored through the cam journals. Oh, what the heck. Yeah, and this thing is threaded, and it might be pipe threads, but I'll cut some regular threads through there, and I should be able to get a piece of whatnot, you know, something threaded to match that, and I should be able to suck them right back in once everything is said and done. Okay, that's that. Later.